Hi, and welcome back to the Cape Cod Maritime Museum. I am here today to talk with one of our wonderful volunteers, Richard Boonisar, about the development of the U.S. Lifesaving Service and surf boats. So, Richard, I understand that back in the 18th and early 19th centuries, people were trying on just kind of a volunteer basis to help sailors in distress. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. It began in the United States with the Massachusetts Humane Society.
And the Humane Society didn't have anything to do with dogs and cats,
I was just
right?
going to say that. As a matter of fact, the Humane Society is still in existence today, and when you call them, they will say that we do not deal in dogs and cats. No, the Humane Society was founded in 1785, 1786, originally to provide instructions to saving the apparently drowned for resuscitation, and also getting into hospitals. Like the Humane Society founded the Mass General Hospital, the Boston Floating Hospital, and I go on. But in 1786, in December, there was a northeast storm here in New England, Massachusetts. And there were two shipwrecks. One was on Duxbury Beach, and the other one was on Lovell's Island in Boston Harbor. The people that were wrecked on Lovell's Island got ashore, and they took shelter in a rock, under the shelter of a rock, and they perished. Whereas the people in Duxbury that were wrecked in Duxbury were able to break into a camp that hunters used, and were able to start a fire, and they were able to survive. And so the Humane Society, because of that, established what were known as houses of refuge, which were small cabins located in the dune areas along the exposed coastline of Cape Cod, particularly Cape Cod and the South Shore of Massachusetts. And they equipped those with a means for fire and blankets to try to preserve any shipwrecked sailors. And they would put a big pole up so that the sailors could see them when they came ashore. And they actually printed in the early 1800s a booklet explaining to sailors, if they came ashore anywhere along the Cape Cod, how to locate one of these houses of refuge. The problem with the houses of refuge was that they were vandalized.
Oh, gosh.
Very early on. As a matter of fact, when Henry David Thoreau wrote his book Cape Cod, and he walked and he criticized the fact that these houses of refuge were in terrible condition and they weren't being well maintained. Massachusetts passed numerous laws saying if you damage anything on one of these, it's against the law and you'll be fined. But in 1809, the Humane Society developed a lifeboat and copied after a boat that was developed in England at the same time. And they stationed that at Cohasset. And so that would be the first lifeboat. It was larger than a surf boat, that's why I'm calling it a lifeboat, and they called it a lifeboat. And that was the first in the United States of having some sort of a shore-to-ship means of rescue.